All right, we're about to have a conversation, and I want you to take a moment to hit like and hit share. Even if you don't stick around for the live, I'm asking that you will hit like and hit share so that more of the hundreds of thousands that have hit subscribe on YouTube and on Facebook can see this live stream. This is an important conversation. You may want to take some notes in case you're ever in a situation where you got to explain some things from the beginning to the end. Go ahead and do that. I am in Ghana, so I'm not in a studio. I'm in the hotel in Accra, Ghana. So we're going to have the conversation. I got to have it because I was tagged in something. Then somebody went live. So I'm going to explain this to you in just a few minutes. Hit like, hit share. And as people come in, please ask them at the height of the show, you guys, when the numbers get higher and higher, remind me to tell people to hit like so we can go higher and higher. And also remind people to donate to the MBN network because this is a platform that is sponsored by a nonprofit. So your donations are essential with all of the other stuff we got going on. So go ahead and hit like, hit share. We're about to get started. Oh, I forgot to say this. If you follow the Larry Live platform since 2016, you know we have upgraded the conversation here over and over and over again, getting the conversation in a space and place that is more like who I am. So I want you guys to take a moment and tell your nearest friend who was featured on the Larry Live show, if they want their video removed, to email me at larryreidlive@gmail.com and send the link that you want removed, and we will do that for you.
Looking for a vibrant community where faith meets empowerment? Welcome to the LRL community on Patreon. Here you'll gain access to our financial wellness plan to level up your money game and build your immune system, health and wellness lifestyle plan to keep your health in check. But that's not all. With the groundbreaking AIR project, we're creating jobs in Africa beginning in Ghana. Plus, you'll unlock insider tips from senior executives across industries. And the best part? Be part of daily prayers, weekly coaching sessions with Dr. Larry Reid himself, and so much more. It's time to connect, grow, and thrive. Get the apps, grab the merch, and join us at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let's build something amazing together. The LRL community is waiting for you.
A lie has been told to you, and you have believed it.
It still has such an intensity, and the energy and the vibration in that place, you can feel it once you arrive.
At that moment, they allowed me to release my emotion.
Columbus never set a foot on any American soil before he died.
The lie is being exposed.
This is for real. They took our strong and able people, but they could never take all Africans away. And today, we have returned in peace.
Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com. A multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page, and hit the bell. Text LRL to 404-999-7527. That's the words LRL to 404-999-7527. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.
We're about to have a conversation.
All right. Hello to each and every one of you. I hope that you are feeling well and that you had a great, productive day. I am here in Ghana and I have to get up in 1 to 3 hours to be on set about almost 3 hours away from here. So I shouldn't be doing this live. I really should be sleeping, trying to sleep. I've already taken my muscle relaxers because I've been doing a lot of walking and moving. So I don't need no spasms because if they hit, everything stops. But I want to say something about something that I saw and I was tagged in. It is 12:01 a.m. here in Ghana. So just a few hours ahead of you guys. This conversation that I'm going to have with you, I'm going to say this. I don't know who is some of you guys as teachers, prophets, or who mentor you. But from what I understand, a lot of times when I come live and I talk about certain things, it'd be the first time people ever heard it. Just the other day, somebody came to me and said, I did not know we're supposed to have 8 streams of income. I said, yes. I did not know anything about the Teruma. Oh, yes. I didn't know that money should not be stored. It should stay in circulation. I'm like, yes. I did not know that I'm not supposed to have all of my investments in one country or in one market, that I'm supposed to diversify amongst other markets. I said, yes. All of that is in your Bible. One great thing about the Bible, well, many great things, but one great thing about it is if your intention is to know more and to be more about universal laws and principles, Christ-centered principles, love-centered principles, you can find it in the Bible. That's the good thing. Another good thing is there are parts of the Bible that are prophetic. It's another good thing. There are parts of the Bible that are historical and science backs it up. That's another good thing. And how all these different writers, they had the same intention when they wrote, when they formulated and created. That's another good thing. That's a great thing. And I celebrate that. But the Bible is also a very powerful weapon, a weapon of mass destruction. In the wrong hands, the Bible can mess your soul all the way up. And it can take you on a fanatical journey and turn you into something that is hideous and anti-God and anti-Christian, anti-Christ. That's the truth. Just like there are parts that are prophetic, there are parts that are pathetic. Just like there are parts of it that's so masterful. There's some that's totally ridiculous. Just like there's some things in there that people were inspired really by God's love to put in there. But then there are other things that were put in there because of payment, political reasons, misogyny and biases, owning slaves. All of these things are in that Bible. One of the things that you are going to be experiencing as time move along, if there's a future for you here, if there's not a future for you here to pour out good into the earth, you're going to be gone. We're going to look up one day and you're just going to pass in your sleep, something tragic, a disease. But if you are a part of the future and you know that you have something to contribute in this world, then you're going to be sticking around for a while. So you are going to be deconstructing and you're going to be decolonizing your faith in every aspect of your life. Because the future belongs to the deconstructed. The future belongs to those that have been decolonized in the world of their faith and in their thinking. The future belongs to those who are moving and executing in a way that brings God glory, not just the church that man made or just deification of Christianity and the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, this conversation that we're about to have today is going to assist those of you that are on the journey of deconstruction. And it's going to assist those of you that are on the journey of decolonization. I want you to be very clear. So I want you to take notes. I can't talk to everybody. Everybody won't hear me. But you have a platform and you have an audience. And if you can get what I'm saying really planted in you, you can go and begin to pour out this wisdom that has a power in it that deconstructs and decolonizes in the world of your faith, your thinking. So I want you to go ahead and just prepare your heart to hear some things that may be a little difficult to hear, but may be a little difficult to receive. I'm not trying to force you to receive anything. I am just getting you involved in a conversation that I hope will make you think and then research and look again. This is what this prophet Ryan Coogler has done. And I did say prophet because I understand the fivefold ministry. And I have a revelation of it, not just for the church, but for the whole world. This man is moving in Hollywood as a creative, as a prophet, because he's getting conversations started. He's causing us to go into our shadow self sometimes and do some work. He's causing us to go into the world of our faith and consider some things. He even addresses racism. He addresses decolonization. He addresses those that are deconstructing. And he's been doing this over the last few of his movies. He's also been raising the pride of Blackness. He's also been a champion for Blackness itself. This is an authentic, absolute prophet in the marketplace. Maybe not the prophet like you will see in your local church, but definitely a prophet in the marketplace because he is addressing some things. Today, I was tagged in a post on Shea Room, and folks so messy. They tagged me in it, and then I went over there and commented, and then I couldn't find the tag no more. I said, so you tagged me over here to get me to say something, and then you leave. Maybe y'all can find it under the post, but it was something like, Larry, get in here because these people don't know what they're talking about. I have a huge problem with the practice that I see in media. I have a huge problem with the practice that I see in the Black community. Stop asking our Black entertainers questions that should be asked to our Black leaders who know what the whole hell they're talking about, that are well versed and are educated. Lecrae was asked a question that he should not have been asked. I understand. They asked the question because of a post prior. But you should have coupled that with somebody who can then give clarity. Lecrae, mind you, biggest audience is white people because he is a rapper. He's been in the white spaces. I know from looking at his page that he's going through some level of deconstruction and decolonization, but that seed from whiteness has him infected, and it keeps him from being able to receive revelation and information. He doesn't seem to have a hunger for information in the world of decolonization and deconstruction. He just parrots some stuff and talk off his feelings, which is irresponsible because he has a platform and influence. It has always been whiteness' way of tapping on our Black entertainers that put a camera in their face so they can talk foolish. Kanye. Put a camera in their face so that they can say some of the most asinine, ridiculous, crazy stuff. And now Black media, like the Shade Room, has done the exact same thing. And we're a lot dumber for it. I'm not, but many in that comment section are a lot dumber for it because you decided to ask a Black entertainer who doesn't duel as a Black leader. That Black entertainer is a leading Black. We got plenty of those. But if that leading Black is not a prophet of liberation, a voice of change, if that person does not bring clarity and correction, if that person does not bring order and conversation we need to have, if that person doesn't speak truth to power, white power, then this is not a Black leader. This is just an entertainer or a leading Black, an entertainer or a leading Black. We should not have our ears on for their voices outside of them entertaining us. So it is horrible that you would ask this man to get up here and say this bullshit.
Threads, you said you admire the film's visual creativity, but you have issues with the anti-Christian propaganda. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, man. I want to. So first and foremost, I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued or twisted. It is a phenomenal movie. I saw it twice. I think you got to take your hat off to Ryan Coogler. You got to take your hat off to Michael B. Jordan. The doors is opening for Black creatives in filmmaking. Phenomenal. The thing that I was mentioning specifically for Christians is that oftentimes Christianity and colonization get married together unnecessarily. And I think this film depicts the Christian faith as a colonized white man's religion.
There is something that I say on this platform all the time, and we're going to watch the rest of them. I have been very intentional. This is part of my life work, saying to Christians that your faith is an invention of white supremacy, elitism, and colonization. Christianity Incorporated, because we got to call a thing, because it is a business. Christianity Incorporated is absolutely, positively an invention for colonization. There is so much history, even letters and laws and policy passed by the Pope himself. He said Christianity and colonization gets wrongfully married together. Nigga, it's the same. Excuse me, man. Lecrae is the exact same thing. It is the child of colonization. Are y'all hearing me? How far back are we going to allow these Black entertainers to keep setting the community? And then they give them a platform to say the whitewash bullshit. I need for you all to see, this is what I'm saying, but I know everybody's not going to do this because everybody can't take the heat of this. But I can, and I will, and I don't mind. Christianity in its origin is diabolical. Well, Larry, you say you're a Christian. Yes, I'm not the kind of Christian y'all is, but yeah, because of Christ, that word Christ. See, y'all hijacked the name Christ and use it as a tool and as a weapon for business. Y'all using Christ, Christianity. But I understand Christ's consciousness, and I am attempting every day to live my life as an example and as a light to everyone so that they can know the love and the character of Christ. Most people have been born again unto sin. They were told at the altar that they need to give their life and they be washed away from all of their sin and be born again. But they have been born again unto sin. See, smoking, drinking, all of that kind of stuff, that's not always sin. It depends on how you are engaging in it. But what is always sin is when you use your faith and that Christian badge as a reason or a opportunity to be intrusive in somebody else's faith, to tell somebody their faith isn't correct or isn't right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, there is that same spirit that got your mama not wearing pants and earrings and nails, and that same spirit that got your mama not wanting to travel the world, not wanting to get educated and go back to school. That is all programming in Christianity, particularly for Black people, to cause you to be in fear, using hell, a concept that does not exist, heaven, a concept that does not exist, to get you to not show up in this world as your full, fearless, faith-filled self and pouring your good out into the world. Got you focused on what's going to happen next, as opposed to being fully in this experience with Christ consciousness. I do not mind saying these things. I want you guys to be bold. Senator Cory Booker brought in this month as a prophetic, brought in this month. He's at it again right now on the steps where they're about to pass some law that they should not be passing. That's going to affect Social Security, I think it is. And I told you guys, we must be anarchists. We must be anarchists. We have got to start speaking truth to power. That's what we got to start doing. That's what we must do. Now, who is this in here? Nancy. You said you're going to come in here and sit right here to monitor Facebook. They got a whole lot of stuff need to be blocked. It's advertisements. I don't want that stuff in my chat. Okay, let's finish what he's saying. It's crazy.
Now, did white people use Christianity to oppress Black folks and other minorities in history? Absolutely. But just because it was used as a tool of oppression does not discount its relevance, its power, its potency. It's also something that was created in the Eastern world. It didn't start in Europe. It started in ancient Israel, in the ancient Near East. It went to Ethiopia. It was in Africa before it was in Europe. So that's just some of the stuff I was like, yo, man, I know us as Black people, especially the conscious community, got a lot of issues with Christianity because of that. And it popped up in the movie. You know, there was lines where it was like, yeah, blues came from us, unlike that religion that was forced on us. And I'm like, that's not true. There was a forcing of religion, but we had it before they came and forced it on us.
Oh my God, why y'all talking to this man? Oh my God, he's stupid. Just a little Googling would have made that whole talk he just gave the last few seconds be upgraded to where knowledge is at. He's down there where dumb stay. Let's keep listening, then I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
The stuff that I was just like, yo, man, I just want there to be more clarity as it pertains to that.
In all actuality, for me, from my perspective, it's a one, the Bible is, everybody has their own interpretation of it, right? And we, as we know, Southern Baptists, Christians, all of the different iterations of the Bible, we interpret it different.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. There are two dummies on this video. Two black male dummies. Did y'all hear what? Just a little bit of you naming denominations. Oh Lord.
They just was taught it was a period piece, right? And I get what you could say. It's a period piece, and that's we were getting a peek into that world. Yeah. And at that time, it was used to control in certain towns. And small towns use religion to really grab hold of culture, right? So I think it was just us taking a peek inside of it. But I can understand where it makes it a little bit upset. But we were just taking a peek into a time period.
Two dummies. Okay, I got to talk to you about African Christianity. Everybody put African Christianity in the chat. We're going to talk about, put this, African, hold on, I'm going to put in that. African Christianity versus European Christianity. Y'all going to leave here today knowing. And then I want you to be bold with it. You're going to need probably to get the church critic book and go to that section that talks about Christianity's origin. And then you're going to need to probably take notes on what I'm going to say here. And this live is going to be used to create another book that I'm going to release. You'll be able to buy it, but if you're in my community, you won't. It's going to be a little different for you. Well, let me not say too much. I don't know what Soul and Erica and them going to do with it, but this is going to be part of a book so that every Christian, every black Christian can understand African Christianity versus European, Western Christianity, because I want you to leave here knowing African Christianity. So when people say that Christianity started in Africa and was in Africa first, I feel like I've said it 1,000 times, but I feel like I need to explain it because it was not, and I want to be very clear, wake your ass up. I'm saying teaching something you can try to do on your live and then come back and ask me what this means, then get up there, listen, then you'll be able to do the same thing on your show. I ain't mean to hit you, but I don't know no other way to wake you up. Okay, well, I'm sorry for hitting you, but stay up. Go over there and do something. I called you in here to help. You're not helping. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to rewind. Now, when I say and others say Christianity was in Africa first, I want y'all to be very clear on what I am not saying. I am not saying that the way that we practice Christianity today was being practiced by our ancestors in Africa many years before it got to Europe. That's not what I'm saying. I only like the way Lecrae said that about it was in Israel. Where do you think Israel's at? What I don't know what the people come up this Middle East thing. This is just a little bit of Googling and Chat GPT. They kept, because that's what colonizers do, renaming, changing the lines of demarcation. This is why every black person is trying to understand their ancestry. You cannot go to ancestry.com and do that DNA test and think you know who you are. No, you got to take the African ancestry, because what that test is giving you what the white people say about the continent Africa, the colonizers, and where they put the lines of demarcation. They did that. So you can't take an ancestry test and get some range that you 20% Nigerian. Then what is that going to tell you? You got to get an African ancestry, AfricanAncestry.com. If you're female, you should be able to you can do the mother and the father, I think. You can do both lines, I think. I'm not sure. But I know me, I did my mother and my father line, so I don't see why a woman can't do that, but hey, I don't know. But you need to know where you from, what country, what city, what language, and then you need to know what was it that people did in that tribe. You need to know the tribe too. That's when you begin to have identity crystallizing in your blackness. And you need that. And you need to do the matriarchal and the patriarchal, both lines, so you will know. I'm Sierra Leone, was right now celebrating. And I'm also Burkina Faso in northern Ghana. That's right now we are seeing revolution and reform happen. You know why? Why it's happening there. And someone has been raised up, President Ibrahim in Burkina Faso, to unite Africa, which has been attempted several times before, but the West always killed them off. He's had 20 assassination attempts. He's kicking French out. He's kicking the West out. You can't touch our gold. You cannot touch. Africa is a rich land. The scripture told us this. A land flowing with milk and honey. Where the hell you think they were talking about? Europe? No. It's talking about Africa. The ground, you can dig right here in Ghana and hit some gold. They've built stuff on top of it. It's so plentiful here. Then you have all of the other things like cocoa that is done here. Over here, you got to get this, you go to get the rhodium. You go over here to get this, you got to have in a cell phone. All of this comes out of Africa. That is the land flowing with milk and honey. Africa. What do you think the Garden of Eden was? Africa. Aquilabon is the original name. We say in Africa, but it's what white people call the continent. The original name is Aquilabon, which means mother of all mankind, because life and civilization began here. So although they talk about they went over there on the ship and came over here in America, and there was Native Americans and y'all think Indians, that's by design. They were Africans already over here. You got to see how the land masses were many years ago. Africa dispersed all over the world. So it's better for you to say indigenous people in America, because you were dealing with mongrel, literally the ancestry of Jesus, Afro-Asiatic. That union makes the appearance of a dark-skinned, what we call Native American, but they were African. Y'all, this is just the truth. It's not a matter of my point of view. It is the absolute truth. So when Ryan Coogler showed the white people as vampires, I quickened. Because it's the truth. The colonizer has always been a vampire. I love that the black young man, y'all don't know how powerful it is. Do you know who that black young man that played that part is? That is the son that sang with his mama, Timothy Figueroa, Bishop Figueroa's grandson, with Kurt Carr for years. We watched him grow up. He's birthed out of the church, and he was handpicked to play this role as a musician, which is also symbolic of a story about this man who used to play guitar many years ago, But his father saying, you go out there, you're going to mess around and get bit. He went out there, just like the prodigal son, doing whatever he did. And when it was all said and done, he ran his hind end back to his father's church. But check this. Did you see the difference in what the father said before he left? He was showing that religious control and that religiosity that breaks up black family. And he left. But then the scriptures say you put the seed, that seed grow, and they come back to what you taught them. And when he came back, we begin to see the church in all white. Ladies and gentlemen, African Christians, European Christians, because both of y'all is in here. That was an introduction and a nod to hoodoo. Dressing in all white, draping the church in white. All of that's hoodoo. Going to the funeral and venerating our loved one. All that's hoodoo.
That is not Christian. That is straight up merger of African spirituality and all those systems with the European Christianity that was forced upon us, and also the oral traditions that were passed down from other colonized Black Christians. These three things are part of our faith. Any Black person in the Black church in America, all three of these things are active in your church. I can go in there and in seconds call it out, because the Black church is absolutely hoodoo. Absolutely. The dancing, that's ring dance. The Jews in Judaism, remember now, the Christianity stole from Judaism. Then Islam stole from Christianity. They borrowed. But Judaism stole from African spirituality and all the systems. You can't have a Black church and you are not actively participated in hoodoo. Where do you think the dancing and the instruments come from? That one in European Christianity, that's not even in any of their spirituality. The Greeks, no, they robbed Africa too. No. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I pray to God y'all are hearing me, because what I'm saying to you is the absolute truth. When we had Reformation last year, we talked about the intersectionality of African spirituality and Christianity. Y'all, you had prophets sitting there of the Lord Jesus Christ. You had a hoodoo worker and a medium all prophesying to everybody in the room. It was a powerful experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, let me define that, because hoodoo, I think I just defined it. Did I define hoodoo and what it was? Okay, hoodoo is that merger, because here they come out of Africa and they're coming over here, and then this whole slave Bible thing, this version of Christianity they introduced to us and forced upon us, that was all designed to subjugate us so that we'd be okay with being property. Slaves, obey your master. I don't know how anybody could disagree with the statement that I made of all of what the Bible is when you see that verse. Wait, what? Yes, the church is the reason why slavery is the way that it is in America. Chattel slavery is the Christian church's birth child. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus, I'm talking some kind of good. And I don't even mean to be, I got to go to bed at 3. I mean, I got to get up at 3. I need to go to bed as soon as I can. Y'all, this is just a fact. This is not made up. This is not what I think. When I first started getting deconstructed so many years ago, when I first began to get into astrology and numerology, this began to happen when I was staying with my mama as a teenager. So I've been on this path a long time, and it's time for you to get on it too. And Ryan Coogler with this movie was giving you cues. Like he said, Lecrae said, he said, like that religion forced upon us. The blues belong to us, but not like that. That is the true statement. Why are you offended for? Because you're stupid. You're allergic to books. You are allergic to books. Go in there and rap. But we don't need you coming out here talking to the Black community. Go, you're not a Black leader. You're a leading Black. And you saw the unimind amongst the vampires. Now, it started out as just white. Now, this was powerful. It started out as just white vampires. But as they bit, come on with me, y'all, hear this. As they bit us, they infected us. And now when the lead white vampire talking, they all quoting the scripture together, while his hand is on a Black man. I almost jumped up out my seat in that movie theater. I'm telling you the truth. I was about to tear the chairs up in that picture show, because I could see it. I said, right, direct, Ryan. I know some of y'all had to catch that. It was clear. And this is why I ain't got, and I don't hate these people, but this is why I cannot have respect for anyone, no matter your skin color, but especially if you black, who is not using their look at Ryan, using his gift and his platform to speak truth to power. But you a whole pastor that voted for Trump, and he out here doing all this crazy stuff, and you ain't saying nothing about it. No, you're not a liberator. You a slave catcher. Yes, Naida, the breadcrumbs were throughout the entire film, and it was impeccable. But look at the people online talking about, like Lecrae. He's telling you who he is. Now, don't you listen to him no more. I love his music. Fine, listen to his music. But do not listen to him when he is talking outside of his jurisdiction and his education. Because this baby boy is dumb as hell. But I believe that he's questioning something. He just don't have a teacher. And this is improper to have him talking to the black community. And then the other dummy that was interviewing him. Somebody asked me a question, the other day. They said, Dr. Reid, you're not doing certain stories because there's some stuff right now that's going on. I ain't going to mention it. I don't really care, and I can't see the conversation that's going to come out of it. They said, I noticed what you do now is not like you go after the preacher, the story about the preacher. You go after the preacher and what he's preaching. I said, exactly. Anybody get up on this internet leading my people astray, whether they're black, white, Asian, don't make a difference. I am going to say something if the Spirit give me that unction. And I got the unction. That's why I'm up here right now. So European Christianity, African spirituality. Let me get into this because I told you guys when we say Christianity was in Africa first, we are not talking about Christianity as you know it. That's not what we're talking about. What we are talking about is the concept, and I've explained this to you guys. I think I have several times. Maybe it was in my community and not out here. When I say Christianity was in Africa first, what I'm saying is that the understanding of God and a God-like first family and a father and a son and a mama, that's all it is. They're not going to tell you that in Christianity. The Holy Ghost is the feminine energy. They're not going to tell you this in most Christian circles, that the woman was actually created before the man because wisdom framed it. We're talking about femininity is the first creation of God. And that is, you're not going to hear. Because if that's said, then why the church, like it's ran by men and it's patriarchal? When the spirit of mother and femininity was what created the world. Wisdom framed all this. So you're not going to hear that. But see, when you start decolonizing and deconstructing, there ain't going to be so many people you're going to be able to listen to talk. Because quickly you're going to be able to hear, wait a minute. There's a perspective in here that's been infected by whiteness. There's an infection in here that's been infected by the patriarchal system, that toxic kind of going on. Yeah. So I want to explain that so everybody's very clear. Number one, let's talk about African spirituality. Then I'm going to get into what was being discussed and done and practiced in Africa before Christianity came on the scene and why Africans embraced it so deeply. Indigenous people embraced it so deeply because it wasn't that different from their concept. They were already in this daddy, son, mother concept. Everybody was. That's why the whole world was colonized. Some parts more than the other. It's because of religion. Oh my God. An invention of colonization and control and manipulation. Got to call a thing a thing. See, when I say African spirituality, I am talking about, It's a broad term. But I'm talking about all of the traditional spiritual systems and practices that originated on the landmass Africa or Aquilabon. Am I saying that right? Aquilabon, yeah. Aquilabon. Okay, there you go. I'm talking about what originated on the landmass Aquilabon. Aquilabon. That's what the hell I said. It is Aquilabon. Aquilabon. That's what I said. I'm just saying it slow. Aquilabon. Y'all don't have to say words right, but you know my intention is you know what my intention is. But African spirituality is a broad term, and it's talking about every traditional spiritual system that was on the continent. This is Ifa, Orisha worship. That's the Yoruba people, primarily in Nigeria and Benin. You know, I'm over here in Africa. I can say down the street because Nigeria's next door here. I'm talking about Voodoo. I'm talking about Akan, aka in spirituality. I'm talking about Congo spirituality and their practices, Zulu spirituality and their practices, the Garo cosmetology. What? That's right. The original people looked into the stars. They were practices of astrology and astronomy, especially in Kemet, Egypt. Dagon spirituality, Kemetic spirituality, which I just mentioned, San and Khoi spirituality, Amharic, Amharic, Orthodox mysticism. All of this predates all these religions, and that's all of what was happening on the continent of Africa. Nubian indigenous beliefs and Berber spiritual traditions. All of these are totally different, and they're different systems of spirituality that was already on the continent already before it was colonized. So it started out, if you can let me go here, it started out with a story of Ausar, A-U-S-A-R, and Auset, A-U-S-E-T, and Heru, H-E-R-U. Now that's the Kemetic, the African. But then Babylonians came along, this empire, and they remixed it. So then it became King Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Now that is where we get the Jezebel. But that's a whole nother show. But if you have watched that show, you remember Semiramis, King Nimrod, and Tammuz. Father, son, mom. Then it remixed again. And they begin to use Horus, Osiris, and Isis. Then it remixed again with the Greeks. Dionysus and Apollo. Same story, same setup. Then comes Christianity. And they follow the same thing. Father, son, mom. The same quotes in our King James Bible that Jesus said are the exact same quotes that's in manuscripts thousands of years older that Horus said. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be stupid or unlearned, uneducated, and not well read. If you begin to teach and study and data collect, I'm telling you, a lot of people aren't going to be able to talk to you. Well, let me say that. You'll be able to talk to you, but you're not going to be able to embrace certain people as a teacher. Because you're clear. You're very clear. Now, all of those African spiritual systems that I just named to you, and that's just a few, There's so many. They have a common thread amongst them all. Now, I know I talked about this. Number one, reverence for the ancestors. Veneration. All African spiritual systems. This is where we get funerals from. Oh, Lord Jesus. Reid, you talking really good. I feel like when I go out of the country, it's a different something on my talk. Reverence for the ancestors. Belief in a supreme creator. This is something else that Africans believe. They believe that there's a supreme creator, but they believe there was intermediary spirits, like Jesus is in Christianity. He's the intermediary energy or spirit or son of God. This is why Africans already were set for the introduction of Christianity, because it looked like what they were already doing. Also, an understanding of nature and the sacredness of that connection and interconnection, that conversation that goes both ways. I dare you to get a plant and talk to the plant and let it be in your bedroom and speak to the plant and watch what it grow and what it give back energetically to you while you sleep. We are all interconnected. There's no living thing, breathing thing, created thing that a part of it ain't in you and you in it. Everything has ears. Speak to it. That's why you need to talk to your currency. You need to speak to your money. It got ears. It's created. It can hear. Another thing that all African spiritual systems do, they use the divination. Y'all, that's the prophetic. We get interested. And then the prophecy go for, and then we start seeing this in other places in people's lives. That's out of Africa. The dance, ritual dance, pulling something in, conjuring something up. Y'all, you do it every Sunday. Every single Sunday. And they do the dance with music. Drum. We're gonna be doing a drum circle. I'm gonna take some of the celestials coming up in Reformation. I'm gonna teach y'all that, because you need to learn how to move your body. After I finish that class, Sunday morning at 8 a.m., when the dance hit, you're gonna have a whole new movement, because I'm gonna teach you how to get your body involved in the expression and de-church you and find your rhythm and your movement for your praise expression and also for your intercession. When they dance and the music move, they begin to communicate with the spirit world. Y'all, this black church. All African spirituality, those spiritual systems that I just named, they do this. And the last thing they have in common, they're really heavy on community, really heavy on being balanced, really heavy on reciprocity. See, that is that seed sowing. Because, you know, a lot of people say, "I give a seed." No, you giving a donation. A seed is only supposed to put in the ground that has been prepared with the word of prophecy, with the prophetic. When that field is made and created, then it's a seed put in there. Anything else is just a donation or offering. But Africans understood. They learned it through farming. Where's Cameron? He got an agriculture degree. They learned this reciprocity through farming. So that caused them to understand the importance of seed sowing. Oh my God. Reid, you teaching in a way you ain't get up here to teach. But hell, I got to say it. Also, in that dance, and this the renown. Oh God. The renown means to shriek and to yell out the belly. It's different than the travail. The travail is when the holler possess your belly and you, oh, hallelujah. But the renown, you cannot feel nothing. You purpose to use your voice to crack and to break and to clobber something. The women in Africa. Have y'all ever seen that? That was on center stage. What was it? Would they turn around the chair? The woman, she said, ah! And all the chairs turn around. That is the noise that the white man muzzled, because when it would happen, people will lose their mind. The Africans will prevail and the Europeans will lose. The aggressor, ambushments come upon them. You always see it in the story of Jehoshaphat in the Bible. He says, send the praisers or Judah first, and the choir start to sing, make noise, holler. And what happened? Your enemies start killing each other. Stop giving your enemy attention. Put your attention towards the Lord now and yourself, and focus on your business and your project. That is how you defeat your enemy, by disappearing them and ignoring them and putting your attention on work. I'm telling you what I know. It will cause your enemy to kill each other. Then another story, when it was time to overtake Jericho, the first city in the promised land. How are we going to get these walls down? Dance, music, noise. They lifted up their voice and they burst the lecterns with the candle in the burning. And the Bible said, you don't believe it, tear it out. The wall started doing like this and then crumbled. I didn't even think about you when I said it. I say, I'm trying so hard there. Yeah, and once you get it, you can be like, oh, I should have done this a long time ago. I think you're doing really good, Tydo. I think you're doing pretty good. Because you know we're entertained when you read people. Mm-hmm. Bing, 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 bing. Absolutely. All right. Am I complete? I think I can let this go now. Oh, hold on a minute. $8.88. Every time I come on, let's see. Right here, this is the way you can support. If you learned something, if you heard something, you felt something, offering, donation. It may be a seed for somebody, especially if you do the taroma and send it to me on the left. It may be a seed for you, something you're gonna call out about mantle to manifest in your life. You can do that with the seed. Okay. Are you saying teaching good? Wow, it's amazing you preaching. Make sure that $8.88. You can put a 1, 2, 5, 10 in front of you want to, but make sure it comes through. On the left, that goes directly to me. On the right is to the ministry. Put your phone number in the comment section. A prophet gonna call you and thank you and pray with you and give you the word of the Lord. She said you earned that $8.88 tonight. Dinner. I just got, when I seen that post, literally at the same time, Soul was calling me about an idea that talked about African spirituality. And I said to myself, it's funny he's saying that. So I probably, that's a confirmation. Let me go live and talk about this. And so I'll be able to take this live and give it to them to begin to build a book around it. So when people first come into our community, there's certain things we can put in their hands so they can catch them up. And they need to understand that they're in a community that go by, we're Christians. Jesus is Christ at the center of our spirituality. But we also understand African origin of spirituality and systems. If you Black, you must be into the stars. You need to know and understand heaven as much as lie within you, and the planets and the constellation and their movements and signs through seasons. You need to be able to know that. Let me tell you this. I've said this before, and the only person I ever heard who said something close was Dr. Janine Hyman. I've been saying this for years. If Black people get back to African spirituality and those systems, whichever fit you, and you can find out when you do your African ancestry, you might find out exactly what they practice. If we ever do that as a community, whiteness is going to fold on itself. We're not going to be free till we get back to a kilobon. And what? Al-Kibalon. You know what the hell I'm saying? Africa. Somebody said, can you put the giving options in the chat? I just put it on the screen, baby. $8.88. If you enjoy this, you got something from it. Naida said no. Oh my God. We got to get back to our practices. And one thing I love, there's so many different things African spirituality across all of the spiritual systems do that I find very interesting. Same thing with Islam as well. Is Islam, they pray 5 times a day. Love that. Adopted it. My community, we practice that. I love it. And you can feel that in Dubai. I ain't been on to the other day, 7 of them. I only been that one. You can feel the spirit of prayer when it's time to pray. I don't know what the hell they're saying. But we was out there in the desert. And actually before we got onto our bikes and stuff, and then I came back. On the way back, I had a spiritual experience. I just thought about that. You could feel the prayer. Am I lying, Nancy? You could feel like they praying however they prayed. I was going in. Oh, that's great. You did that. Remember, you need to do that alongside of a therapist. Just be careful when you're doing it. I would suggest therapy with it. If you're in Patreon, Pringle, Sarah teaches on shadow work. She's a licensed therapist, and it's great to hear what she has to say about that. Larry, how do I get an appointment with you? I am bringing a group of people to the island of Sao Tome West. Oh, okay. And Angola. I would like to collaborate with you. Oh, okay. You join tier 2? Oh, you got a lot to... Okay, I hold Dubai thing in real estate. Go watch every diamond, every drop of that. And she actually has shadow work videos in tier 2. You can put it in the search, or you can just scroll down and you'll find it. Great. Now, see, that's somebody that love themselves. Remember, you light. And it's a light-skinned man or a white man. He black. He light black. Okay. Yeah. That is great. You did that for yourself. That's love to yourself. Lucy, I'm thinking about what you're saying. I don't know. I don't really talk to people like that. I talk to those that I serve, but email me at larryreedlive@gmail.com, and I'll see what you're saying, because we're actually taking a group to Ghana next March. And then we're going to Barcelona in October. So, I don't know. Let's email me. Let me see. Absolutely got to. This is what I know. Let's get back to eat and live on top of the world. They didn't even get it. Oh, you mixed. See, I told you were like black. Your daddy black or your mama black, Pringle? You're welcome, Lucia. That's good, Martha. You probably can listen. You so far ahead, them tickets is probably dirt cheap. I think when we came over here, we actually flew to Dubai. There were some people flying to Dubai for $800. And I think somebody that flew to Ghana for $600. So your mama black? I'm gonna say something about this. If your daddy white, they say, you white. And I guess that is true. But if your daddy black, they say you black. But when that mama black, baby, you black. For sure. Because a black woman is just a certain kind of way, and she's going to raise her child with some blackness in there. It's just going to happen. But blackness, I believe blackness is the spirit of humanity. So you black. A black hand done been in your raising. You black. You just as black as you want to be. It's just because of what a black woman is. I don't care if she one of them black women like Candace Owens. But Candace Owens done turned over a new leaf now. Have y'all noticed? She calling Trump out. Because clearly your black mama married a white man. But still, that's a black woman. Yeah, so you black. All right? We love you, Black Pringle. Let me see. Hate Aboriginal. They do. Absolutely, Naida. We still in Clement. Yes, Candace Owens is calling Trump out. I figured that if she ever felt a certain kind of way, she would do that. And I noticed something she said before Trump got in office. I said, she might be questioning some things. Yeah. It's still keep your, we don't claim it. Y'all say that, but we're the most forgiving community there is. We will re-embrace. Now, Ada says too late. Let's talk about them scamming preachers. Read the room. Read the John Brown room. Let me say this and I'm going to go. Bishop T.D. Jakes just passed the baton to his daughter. I have seen some people online make it be something that's not. I do know about the Diddy stuff. I know about the Dwayne Youngblood stuff. And I repeat what I said before. T.D. Jakes shouldn't have said nothing about the Diddy stuff. He shouldn't have said nothing about Dwayne's stuff. He certainly should not have sued Dwayne. He should just let it fly. Because his brand and his name is strong enough, he don't have to answer. By him answering Dwayne, not only did he blow him up, but he blew it up. Now, Dwayne is the only person that I have ever interviewed in a situation like this that done one conversation, although it was 2 interviews, we're going to do a 3rd one, and that was it. He ain't been on nobody else's platform. Even the big people that have called him to be on, ain't nobody, he's not even in that gear because Jakes was not the main character in his story. So Jakes, you got this wrong. But I think him passing the ministry to his daughter was already in the making. And I think he wanted to be clear that it was already in the making, so it don't look like he's doing this because of this lawsuit. Do I think on some level, even if it's just 2%, that him stepping down is wisest for this lawsuit if it moves forward? Yes. Because we just found out last week that the judge denied Dwayne's anti-slap motion. Anti-slap meaning basically saying you can't slap me because I'm talking about you because you a public figure. Everybody talks about you. So they denied that, so it moves forward. Bishop Jakes, especially you looking the way you looked on Sunday, drop the case. Drop the case. Dwayne ain't gonna have no more conversations about it because you were not the main character. Drop the case. You look frail. You look tired. You had lost a lot of weight, but I wish you had lost that weight before now. But you lost a lot of weight, and we speculating on what that is. We also speculating on this heart attack that you had or stroke, whatever it was. What happened to you? I'm not gonna say that because you got folk around you that talk, and I ain't got no business knowing your business. If I had a pastor like Bishop T.D. Jakes that I love and done so much for me, and had a pastor like Jakes who have changed preaching all around the world, I would be concerned right now about the truth about his health and where he's at. Y'all watch Eddie Long lie to his people all the way up till he was dead. I think that he should enjoy his investments and whatever little piece part of the house is going to give him, and just live his life and drop this case. Go on about your business. Drop it. Okay. Who is this in my oh my gosh, she just sent me black like that. It's 1:04 a.m., but I am up and going to watch it in a bit. Yeah. All right. Who is this? Oh no. Lord Jesus, I don't know. I must erase that person on my phone. I don't know who this is. Who is this? Who is this? Ow! I know who this is. Oh my God, that's so great. Great. Okay. I'll celebrate with you in a little bit. All right. I think I'm complete. I don't have anything else to say. Who is Sonny Tyree in my chat? Did y'all block him? He said a whole lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, it was Facebook. Somebody blocked him though. All right. So I am done and I'm complete. I hope you guys understand the whole African spirituality, African Christianity, and European Christianity. I hope you're clear on that. I hope that you are clear on the story of Jesus, or the concept, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, that's in Christianity. That concept is millions. Well, I'm not going to say, well, yes, millions of people's framework for their faith across Islam, Christianity, Judaism, and others. That is an ancient setup. I hope you understand that, how it started with the Kemetic, Babylonian, and then it went on. All right. Did you hear about the agreement with? Yes, I didn't understand that, because that is typical. He's not the first person to do that. But I think because he's black, they made it a big deal. That's not an abnormal deal. And I'm glad he done it. CL. Who is this? See who that is? Somebody asked me this question not too long ago in a chat or something, and I explained it then. Let me explain it during again. Bishop Jordan was on my platform the way that he was initially because he paid to do so. But I embraced him as my mentor. When I embraced him as my mentor, it didn't feel right for him to be paying for advertisement on the platform. So I told him, don't pay me no more. And it was just something I just did by the leading of the Spirit, because my mentor. He's no longer my mentor, so he ain't on the platform. That's just how that go. Simple as that. Are you clear, CL? So don't come out here asking that no more. Let me see. And he's on every day. Ain't an answer. I keep getting texts. He's on. He on you up here listening to me. He on right now. What's the day? Monday? No, he probably not on. Yeah. Let me see. He said he was on the radio live today talking about it and saying he didn't understand either why they were making such a big. He's black. That's why. He's black. That's why. Put up donations again? Gladly. This is how we make it go around. through your support. You look like my daddy. I look like your daddy. Your daddy must be a good looking man then. But I ain't your daddy though. I haven't created but 3 babies. 1 died, and the other 2 y'all know. Oh, I didn't know that, Vonda. It's the same people asking the same thing. Oh, okay. So that's a troll then. See, he's on at 9:15. You see? Go be blessed. Never tell me he was on all March because they were doing like $1 million in March. They want to raise $1 million. So yeah. So everybody's telling you what time you're gonna go on. Right. Okay, let me see. Did y'all enjoy? Did y'all enjoy it? Okay. If you enjoyed it, show some sign. You are the show sign. Say you love Jesus. You remember the song? Say you love Jesus. Say you love Jesus. Say you love Jesus. Well, if you love Jesus, you ought to show some sign. You want to stand up. You want to testify. You want to tell the world. Y'all know that on Calvary cross he died. Say you love Jesus. Say you love Jesus. Say you love Jesus. All right, y'all. I'm about to let you go. On the way out, I'm going to be playing my new single, Overcomer, that is from a body of work called Africa is Rising that releases May the 23rd. Everybody put in the chat, May the 23rd. This body of work is my best writing and arranging. And let me say this. You're going to feel so positive when you're listening to it. You're just going to be filled with positivity and lots of hope. Excuse me. I want every last one of you guys to go download or stream, please. Download or stream this new music. I want you to experience it the way that those that I've been letting hear it. I have a few people to listen to. One, I'm talking about the EP now, Africa is Rising. One of the songs called Better For Me. And they cried. Oh, I was so blessed. You know, everybody want to make people cry. A good kind of cry over something you done created and made. Such a blessing. I enjoyed it. Do y'all want to hear Better For Me right now? I got the lyric video queued up. We can go out with that. And all of the songs come out May the 23rd. And you should be able to pre-order it really soon. Yeah. Every song on this new thing is that same feeling you get in Overcomer. You feel like you're strong-willed overcomers. Every song is encouraging and powerful. It's great. So please, 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 please. I want you guys to remember May the 23rd. And please download, not just stream, because we make more money, just keeping it real. We make more money when you download it. We need for you to download it. Okay? Let's see here. What is this? Thank you, official Thais report. Do y'all y'all want to hear Better For Me? Okay. I'll let you hear Better For Me. Okay. Read the words. Read the words. All right. Thais, let me know what you think of the song after you listen to it. You know my songs be 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. So where you downloaded that? You can't right now. Oh, it's my Overcomer. The single Overcomer. You can just anywhere you download music, put Larry D. Reid in there and look for Overcomer. It's there. Mm-hmm. All right, so this is one that's going to be on the EP coming out May the 23rd called Better For Me. I love you.
Good night.
I know how you feel, 'cause I feel it too. Thought you would pray, but that's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's getting better for me. You're strong as ever. Never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. But then a plot twist must resist. Will there be more of this? Don't know which way to go. But that's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's getting better.
There is a whole world waiting for you, filled with possibilities. Don't feel like you're in this by yourself. The other thing you need to know is things will get better.
Still I believe it's getting better for me. Yeah, you're strong as ever. Never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. Whole world on fire, everything getting higher. Real hard for the buyer, still I believe it's getting better for me. Getting hard, you're strong as ever, gonna be alright. Never fear whatever. Things change forever, and I believe it's getting better for me. That's not how this ends. There's so much more to you that you will get to do this again.
All right, the whole CD EP really comes out May the 23rd. Better For Me is going to be on it. And because I just played it, this video is not going to be monetized. But thank you so much for your donations, because that'll suffice what Google won't give. All right, we're going to go out on the current single. Really, God Don't Play About Me. God Don't Play About Me is going to be on this EP, but the version with me and Tasha Plays Lockhart. Overcomer is going to be on this upcoming EP, except as a house mix. So God Don't Play About Me and Overcomer are really the singles that are pointing you to the EP so that you will download it and enjoy. You like the Thais? Great. All right, Overcomer, and I'm out. I love you, and you are an unconquerable overcomer. I don't know what happened. Why did it stop? I don't know what happened. I think you think they're trying to stop it because I'm playing it. That can't be. Let me see. It ain't playing. So what happened? Chad won't let me play Overcome. But anyway, I don't know why they won't let me play it. Let me add it to the thing one more time. That's interesting. Is that the right one? Where is it at? Overcomer. Oh my God. Where is it at? Oh, well, I can't find it. But you know what I can do? Let me say this. I can let you hear another song that's going to be on the CD called Rare Breed. Listen to the words. You are a rare breed. Listen to this hook too. This you, Thais. This is you, Pringle. This is you, Vonda. Rare breed.
They didn't really know it, but they found out when you showed it. Now they wanna clone it. I know they really wanna own it. Hear it on the radio, it's going up, up, up. See you in that movie, it's going up, up, up. You got something no one else has. Wary, you are special, such class. Walking in the room, all eyes on you, feeling real high, nothing you can do. Glory bright, shine like new, it is all in you. So go ahead and get your dream team, cause you're really about to change things. I know they wanna clone it, I know they really wanna own it. Hear it on the radio, it's going up, up, up. And I see you in that movie, it's going up, up, up. You got something no one else has. Wary, you are special, such class. Walking in the room, all eyes on you, feeling real high, nothing you can do. Glory bright, shine like new, it is all in you. You got something no one else has. Wary, you are special, such class. Walking in the room, all eyes on you, feeling real high, nothing you can do. Glory bright, shine like new, it is all in you. 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 Hear it on the radio, it's going up, up, up. And I see you in that movie, it's going up, up,
I don't know what the problem is. What is it? No, that can't be. I don't know what it's just. It's well. Listen. Oh, you know what I can do. It is on. It's on my page, Larry Reid Live YouTube. Just scroll down and see the Overcoming Lyric video. I don't know what's going on. This file must be damaged when I downloaded or something. So I'm just gonna take it right on out in and just re-download it again, just in case I need to play it again. All right, I love you. Take care of yourself. I hope you did your donation. Thank you. Bye.